Why one token Asian doesn't prove their Daygame system works. Hiya. Are you an Asian guy struggling with Daygame? Tired of always seeing other Daygame coaches brag about the one token Asian student getting laid? I got news for you. I'm about to expose the truth about the token Asian in the pickup industry and show you why non-stop Asian late testimonials are being ignored from me. Stick around to discover how Taiwan is not a country. And I'm just joking. Stick around to discover how I'm fighting against the Asians that have the lowest SMV bullshit concept. And I'm building an army of successful Asian day gamers this year. I'm the world's best day game coach trying to post non-stop video testimonials of Asian students for day game. I really want to show my Asian testimonials for day game and not get them ignored, so I wouldn't have to work so hard to get an Asian student. Other platform scammers automatically get auto trust because they have one token Asian laid in a third world Latin shithole countries like ABCs of low self-esteem Asians. That's right. I wanted to be able to get more Asian students laid this year and build my Elite Bundle 2 CCP army. No, this is joking. With a lot of Asian this year. But the thing was, I was against the token Asian concept. That's right, token Asians. You're like, hiya, what is token Asians, John Elite? That does not make any sense whatsoever, since Asians have the lowest SMV of all ethnicities. Asians have the lowest SMV, so if a dating coach gets an Asian laid, that's supposed to mean their coaching is good. Really? But in reality, a token Asian is just a token Asian. That means only one Asian. Not the rule, just the exception. That's one token Asian testimonial for Daygame is what other coaches build their business on. That's right, like a token Asian, they need to have a token Asian. That says it's the exception to the rule. It is not the rule. That's the problem. So that meant I wasn't able to get more Asian students this year. We'll see. To make things worse, I felt terrible because the other dating coaches got one Asian student for Daygame, and they were like, oh, look, Daygame works for everybody because of that one token Asian, so it must work for everybody. So therefore, let's just say that because of one Asian lay for the other company, that all token Asians automatically means that it matters a lot. I felt even worse because I was posting non-stop Asian laid testimonials and they're only posted one token Asian and they declare Asian works for everybody. They have a blanket statement and say token Asians work for everybody. I don't actually speak Asian, but today I have this accent because it's funny and you want to do Daygame, right? Because Asians stopped doing Daygame because of other Asian companies like ABCs of low self-esteem. They tell Asian to go to third world countries and be a passport bro. Give it a thumbs up if you disagree with the other Asian dating coaches. That's just one late testimonial of a token Asian that they get. Can they even get two Asian laid for Daygame? No, they cannot. They built their entire business on one token Asian and they give themselves a pat on the back and call themselves a god. Even these tall self-proclaimed coaches, always one token Asian, the anomaly, the exception to the rule. When I post non-stop Asian late testimonials, they were completely ignored because of the fucking token Asian. It felt like people were giving this DEI, diversity, exclusivity, inclusion bullshit to these other coaches, platform scammers. That's right, the platform scammers. It's convenient because other dating coaches just need one token Asian, like a token black guy in a movie, just to not seem racist. But in this case, the token Asians is used to show that the system works completely just because of one token Asian. That's bullshit. That's not consistency. That's what you don't understand, which is just luck, not consistency. That's right. Because 1 equals chance, 2 equals coincidence, 3 equals pattern, and 50 plus late and post testimonials of Asians, or more than 50 late testimonials for John Elite me. So basically what I'm saying, the problem with these people, with their stupid sheeps, for these Asians, get offended super easily, always cry, tear coming out of their eye because they're Asian guy who basically wants to cry all day because they say, oh, it's all about Tinder. Who cares about Tinder? Instead, they should actually start approaching her instead, because Tinder is for Asperger syndrome nerds. They're like stupid sheeps. They're like the herd. You don't even hear what I'm saying. You're like the dumb turd listening to ABCs. Everything needs to be about muscles and lack of social skills. So they have the token Asian, that one token Asian, the exception to the rule. This is just the exception. No matter how many Asian lay testimonials I post for Daygame, it got ignored. One of the ABCs, they're turning black pill because they're always muscle maxing, right? Always muscle this, muscle that. And also red pill going to third world shit whole Latin countries, like bunch of Hokkaido, Hamgai-chans. Hiya. Basically, what I'm saying is that Dile Lomo, I was saying that they should get laid first in the USA before going anywhere else. However, I was saying that they get laid first in the United States before they go elsewhere. I was posting nonstop Asians getting married, getting so many lays consistently, but it was all ignored due to the token Asian phenomenon. Then by chance, something amazing happened. That's when I made this video to talk to you about the token Asian concept on YouTube Live. Then recut the video, the VGO section to educate the zombie sheeps. That one token Asian laid for Daygame doesn't mean shit. Sure, it would sell the coaching more, but let's just see if they got 2 Asians, like not just some old Asian clip from back in the day, or not some Asian from some third world country, or not some Asian that recently got laid, like one token Asian. People are totally sheeps and easily brainwashed. Now it was crystal clear to me how to expose this token Asian concept, meaning just one Asian got laid, and this one token Asian means that, oh, if one token Asian got laid, then everybody will get laid. That's a stupid brainwashing from other dating coaches I'm debunking. So basically, when I have the most Asians laid for Daygame, I saw that I could bring this to the attention of the other students, that the token Asian is just the exception, not the rule, to build an entire business on. So I learned that once is a coincidence. That's right. Do you hear that? If it happened once, you get a token Asian, then it is called once is a coincidence. 2 is a chance. 3 is a pattern. That's right. Let me say it again. Once is a coincidence, 2 is a chance, 3 is a pattern. I got over 50-something or close to 60-something Asian late testimonials for Daygame, if you count all the ones I didn't post yet, versus the one token Asian, like ABC, they got like during the inflation, only one token Asian. Another guy polled but did not close, and the only one that closed was in a third world Latin shithole country where Donald Trump bring the Latinos and they ship them over there to the shithole country like Colombia to try to fight back against Mr. Donald Trump, Mr. Alpha Trump. the guy is so alpha, right? But then they put the Latino back into the Latino country now. So basically, if they got laid in Mexico or Peru, who gives a flying fuck? They just have to dress whitewash. I'm not dressed whitewash today. I'm just trying to mock Asian accent and stuff like that. But if they have the looks, they raise their looks, they dress whitewashed, they dress with more money. This is not the right watch. It just matches my clothing, right? And then they have their whitewash fashion raises their status. And you don't have to be in Latin country to raise your status. They work on their social skills flow drill. They work on their body language for the 45-degree body language. They work on the whitewash tonality, and then they work on the aeroscience, maneuvers and objections looping. Then they'll get laid. They have to raise their points to 20 out of 35. This is why a lot of Asians, they don't actually get laid, because they're always thinking of the 20 out of 35. It doesn't matter about the accent. As long as you dress whitewash, she does not feel xenophobia. This is what ABC does not understand. I hope that makes sense. Because versus the one token Asian, right? They go to a third world country to status max their money status advantage. They're trying to status max their lifestyle, and they also have a high status job and an exotic advantage because they're a different race from all the other flaky Latinas living in the Latina countries, the crazy murder capitals of the world. Like I said, if they get a token Asian laid once, it's a chance. 2 is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. So basically, do not dress Wuhan washed and do not try to look like a typical Asian because you get stereotyped. I'm trying to dress as Asian as possible. This jacket says super dry Japan. Konnichiwa. Oh, guy over here. Super dry Japan. So this is an Asian jacket. I wear on purpose to look super Asian washed for this video. Exactly. That's why you understand. You sound like Bobby Lee or Bruce Lee or Uncle Rogers. No, I don't actually talk like that. So instead, they just submit to authority like sheeps because of that one token Asian. They don't even have a pattern because remember, 1 is a chance, 2 is a coincidence, and 3 is a pattern. Instead, they just submit to authority like sheeps. They don't even have a pattern. ABCs of low self-esteem Asians only have one lay testimonial in a Latin shithole country in Peru or Mexico for Daygame, Group for you. The tall, self-proclaimed high lay count coach only has one recently of a token Asian. Always the same token Asian testimonial, always the same guy. Good for him. He got laid for Daygame, I believe, because he claimed, even though other students, they never said it in a testimonial or WhatsApp, but they still talk for the other white student, Swedish guy, saying that, oh, he got laid before the airplane trip. I don't believe you. But you got one token Asian lay, congratulations. It doesn't mean all Asians the same way. Same with the other ethnic coaches. They have one token Asian and all of a sudden they just say, oh, the coaching works. But they might got laid during the pandemic or some earlier time and using alcohol maxing in the boot camp. Super easy, not even skill, using romantic sexual flirting. And they tell the student, hey, do you want to drink alcohol after we finish the boot camp? And the students say, okay, why not? And then they got the alcohol in the room and they tell the student, hey, you Asian fob, use the alcohol and escalate her super hard so don't get in trouble. Because they're impressionable sheeps, and then they get, eventually if they got some kind of results, and then it's one token Asian, right? Look at UMP, they have one token Asian, but it was actually my student. He got 150 lay over here, and for some stupid reason, even though he's a good student with good social skills, he became a coach for them using my skills. That one token Asian I created. Good job, right? Bullshit company, right? Bullshit company. Now get token Asian and gaslight everybody using John Elite skill. Fuck these people, right? These people. They tried to call me a psychopath because of whatever, but in reality, I called the other coach a narcissistic sociopath, and that was his revenge. Fuck that guy. Now he's like a big fan My student have good social skills, but dude, the coaching was built on the back of John Elite being that token Asian, that DEI literally taking my skills, diversity, exclusivity, inclusion. That's the problem. Now they try to use like Islam conversion when they pretend to be like converted to Islam, and then afterwards they get more expensive rich students from those countries, oil-rich countries, and now they don't even get them laid because they're not in the testimonial page. Oh my God, hiya. Empowering shitty people instead. The token Asian concept. Always, every company have one token Asian, the exception to the rule. I made a YouTube live when I post one Asian lay testimonial after another. And after I did that, I started to teach people that the token Asian, once is a chance, two is a coincidence, three is a pattern. Suddenly, I was waking up the zombie sheeps who worship platform scammers. With one token Asian, always one token Asian for every platform scammer, building their entire business upon that one token Asian Daygame lay testimonial. I realized the secret to posting non-stop video testimonials or Asian students for Daygame was educating people that a token Asian is the exception, not the rule. My plan was to start exposing this DEI initiative, which is bullshit, woke ideology, diversity, equality, inclusion bullshit, which I do not believe because they don't have the merit. That's right. I got the merit. I got so many Asian students laid, but what doesn't count because of the token Asian of other dating coaches. Just because one student got laid out with Asian, now they built the whole business saying, look, Daygame works for everybody because of one token Asian. I got plenty of non-token Asians. And I started showing one late testimonial after another of Asians too, but I didn't stop there. I then showed I could get Asian student married too. That's right, not just get them laid for Daygame. After we made the video educating people on the token Asian concept, but there was still a problem. They don't understand, basically, they don't understand the 20 out of 35 concept. They're all using game, like looks out of 10, money out of 5, status out of 10, social skills, social calibrations, emotional control and game, or 2.5 points each. 20 out of 35 means automatic lay for an Asian for Daygame. So if they only have one token Asian and they're only using game tactics, which is only 2 points. So they're only using game tactics, right? Game tactics is only 2.5 points. Social skills, social calibration, emotional control and game, each 2.5 points each. That's 20 out of 35. They only use game and go to a third world country to boost their status. Their status is like third world money status advantage, lifestyle advantage, high status job, exotic advantage. They try to take advantage of their status. That doesn't mean anything. They got laid in a third world country like Colombia, Peru, or Mexico. If they're using only game tactics, they might get a lucky token Asian laid, but build their entire platform scamming business out of it. Game plus looks plus money status, alcohol maxing in a boot camp for a token Asian, and they're using that as a crutch with a romantic sexual flirting. Or in a third world country where you have more status points, or you were my former student being a coach elsewhere, like UMP, UFO, UA company, the game is so shit that most of their students only get like an ugly woman with 3 out of 10 in looks. Bullshit game, right? Only helps not Asians. And my student, the only Asian that got result, my other Asian student, millionaire, got 0 results using UMP, UFO bullshit. In his testimonial, he called out the company. Many people call out the company too. So much bullshit. So boosting other platform scammers. or the tall self-proclaimed coach. So I became so frustrated, I decided to call out the token Asian phenomenon and wake up the sheeps and the zombie, since they are thinking backwards due to Joe Biden's wokeness DEI before. I'm glad he's out of the White House. He ruined the whole country. People brain or like backwards thinking, and then which destroy people's finances. So the self-esteem is lower. They become more delusional. They become more lazy, half-assing life. They make the wrong decisions that blows up in their face in 4 months, and they quit and they join MGTOW. That's right, men going their own way, the dumb organization. But for the dumb engineers who could still afford a boot camp for these Asians, these crazy rich Asians, these engineers. So basically, they got gaslighted by the token Asian concept. I became so committed to exposing this token Asian DEI scam, diversity, equity, inclusion, that I made this video to educate people what really going on so they can finally wake the fuck up. I choose to call it once is a chance, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. I have over 50 times more Asian-led testimonials for Daygame, which means John Elite, me, is the best Daygame coach in the world with 20 out of 35 means automatically get laid. I thought if I could create something that would make it possible to see that just because they got a lucky token Asian laid with 2.5 points of game using alcohol crutches or volume or status maxing, it's no big deal because it's just lots of white dating coaches. If they got one Asian laid, they will parade Asian everywhere. Look at this token Asian here, one token Asian. Everyone look, now game works because one exception to the rule. That's right. After so many Asian-led testimonials for Daygame, instead of getting one and thinking it canceled out my other 50 Asian-led testimonials, I create a concept called once is a chance, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern, over 50 times for Asian-led testimonials for Daygame than the other dating coaches, which means I, John Elite, is the best Daygame coach in the world. This is not luck. This is not chance. This is not a coincidence. This is a pattern. I can finally get people to wake up that token Asian doesn't mean shit. I started to let other Asian Daygamers use this concept. So basically, 1 is chance, 2 is coincidence, 3 is a pattern. Over 50 times for my Asian-led testimonial for Daygame, which means that John Elite, me, is the best Daygame coach in the world. 20 out of 35 that ABCs of low self-esteem Asians cannot get to. As a result of all this, I was able to achieve the following. I got over 50 plus Asian-led testimonials. Already on YouTube, they aren't token Asians. Like other dating coaches, if it's just one token Asian, who cares? Other Asian dating coaches have more Indians laid than Asians, which prove it. Indian have higher perceived natural status if they dress whitewashed. I'm the only one who got more Asian laid due to the actual social skills, social calibrations, emotional control, and whitewashed tonality in game skills that they don't have with their token Asians. So basically, after creating this concept, 1 is a chance, 2 is a coincidence, and 3 is a pattern concept. Now you know that you don't get gaslighted because it's not a pattern. And I have over 50 times the Asian-led testimonials for Daygame, which means that I, John Elite, is by far the best Daygame coach in the world with 20 out of 35. Let's switch back. I was not only able to expose other Asian dating coaches with their token Asian. It's like those people who hire a token black guy just to not be seen racist in a movie. They call it token black guy. This is a token Asian. It's the same concept, basically. or having that one black friend. That's what a token black guy is. But the word token is now used for token Asian, because I'm making you guys understand this new concept of the token Asian. One Asian lady does not mean all the Asian lady. It just means one of them. It does not mean, oh, one Asian lady equals game works for everybody. If they're the exception to the rule, they are not the rule. This is about the token Asian concept. I've been able to stop getting people so brainwashed by unbrainwashing them, by waking them up. Since I made a lot of videos exposing these platform scammers who can't get many Asians laid, they only luckily got one. Now we can educate people on what a token Asian is. In the end, this means I'm able to expose the day game industry and educating the stupid sheep worshipping these poke guy platform scammers. You don't have to worship me. It should be merit-based, like what Donald Trump said, meritocracy, not DEI, not luck of one token Asian. It has to be merit. I show merit and nobody cares. Basically, and just because a dating coach got one Asian lady in Daygame, it doesn't mean the system actually works consistently. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing it's all about just having that one Asian lady testimonial prove the Daygame system is legit, but it doesn't. And while that's important, I'm going to share with you 3 secrets to revolutionize. So basically, let's play a testimonial. Let's just randomly look for somebody from the Google Drive, a new student who got married recently.
Those things, you just have to get so, especially as, it's not something that comes naturally. It's not like a group of girls that's naturally into you in high school and stuff. You have to take active measures to get your problems fixed. And you know what it is with Asian guys most of the time? It's not even like lack of confidence. We don't mind doing random things like cold approach that take a lot of confidence to do. It's a lack of skill. Dating, it's all about tonalities and the vibe that you can portray to the girl. What John helped me realize, this is so important. It's not about whether you feel confident. It's not about what you think is good. It means absolutely nothing in regards to your success or failure in dating. It's all about how you come across to the girl. It's as if they have a camera, you're performing in front of a camera. It's all about how your actions come across to the other person. What I'm saying is this, you don't know what, you don't want to struggle for years. It's good for your spirit, your aura, bang your head against the wall, not give up. There's no, just learn from John, because nobody else is touching on these topics. There's no other dating coach even touching on this stuff.
Exactly. My student getting like 3 lay in a row. He married the 3rd woman, and now he married Chinese guy. Come on. Chinese guy in United States more impressive than their pandemic boot camp documentary.
Todd Valentine, Horace Deed. They're a dime a dozen. They all say the same stuff that doesn't work if you actually are out there hustling in the zone. It doesn't work. You need to get faded. You need to dress well. You need to have tonality.
Exactly. Not dress Asian wash like me today. Today is just trying to be funny.
Everything he says is correct. You literally just need to follow his advice. And I promise you, you're going to get results. Happily married. Now I'm on the grind to get money. So that's when I don't really give a shit about all this other stuff. Like clearance and stuff anymore. I got that taken care of. It's harder for Asian guys. Just get this aspect taken care of so you can move on to bigger and better things. That's what life is all about. Leveling up. You just gotta level up. Move on to bigger and better things.
He happily married, not like stupid ABC coaches. They use like fucking Tinder shit or night game shit in third world country to get married. Even worse than their ABC former coaches. Their student, none of them got laid for day game anywhere. Not even Latin countries, not United States, nowhere. Just night game in third world, Colombia, shithole country, or Brazil. Super easy for Asians because they have more status. They want to marry for a green card. Unimpressive, but only night game lay testimonial impressive, or Tinder, which is not pickup because you can use AI images and the woman will swipe at you. How is that a lay count? That's a body count. From Mao jacket. This is what Chinese people wear in China, right? Communist, right? Here's my communist jacket. Let me just put on the buttons for the communist jacket. You get the point. Our communist jacket commenced. We'll put, I'm a day game coach. So basically what I'm saying is that just because one dating coach got one Asian late in day game, it doesn't mean that their system actually works. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing it's all about having just one Asian late testimonial and it proves their day game system is legit. It doesn't. And while you think that's important, I'm going to share with you 3 secrets today that is going to revolutionize the way other dating coaches' credibility and expose how these so-called gurus tricks you into believing that their system works for everybody just because of that one token Asian. So, I'm Johnny Lee, and I'm the world's best day game coach with the most students laid for pickup per day game. Fuck Tinder. And in the world. And I have the most Asian students laid for day game too. I have 656 laid in pro testimonials for day game. So what is the real way to judge a day game system success? It is the token Asian myth. 1 is chance. That means if they got one token Asian, it means this is just luck. This is chance. 2 is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. 50 plus is the truth. That's why I have. Because I got so many Asians laid that I haven't even posted all of them yet. I just posted one of them right there. When a dating coach gets one Asian laid in day game, they parade him as proof that their system works. But that's just luck, not a pattern. If their system actually worked, they'll have multiple Asian laid testimonials for day game. Not just one token Asian. Token Asian does not mean anything. It doesn't. So that's just luck. It's not a pattern. If their system actually worked, they'll have multiple Asians laid, right? More than fucking 2 or 3. 1 is a chance, 2 is a coincidence, and 3 is a pattern. There's not a pattern there. Come on now. So I'm going to share with you 3 secrets about token Asian myth. 1 is chance, 2 is coincidence, and 3 is pattern. 50 plus is the truth. Because I got 50 or so many Asian students laid that I haven't even posted all of them yet, and you can finally see through the fake marketing tricks and stop wasting time on other coaches who are platform scammers with their one lucky token Asian. It's not even a repeatable system. And I know what you're probably thinking. In the end, right? You think, oh, they got one Asian laid. Doesn't that prove their system works? That's a token Asian. They got them laid. It works. Are you sure about that? Because I'm going to show you a great way you can understand that one token Asian for day game does not mean anything, and how you can spot real student results that are consistent. A pattern actually proves that a day game system works and get amazing results. Let's talk about number 1, the token Asian myth, the biggest scam in day game. Are you tired of other dating coaches bragging about that one token Asian success testimonial? Ever wonder why they never show multiple Asian lay testimonial for day game, just one? That's right. The truth is most dating coaches are running a scam. They're using that single result to gaslight you into believing their system works consistently. I'm gonna blow the lid off this deception. Stick around and learn why their lack of multiple Asian day game lay testimonials expose their entire scam operations, because they're a bunch of frauds. Give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification. If a coach truly had a working day game system, wouldn't they have more than like a dozens of laid testimonials for different Asian students for day game? You only ever see one, just one, that token Asian. That's not a system. That's called luck. If their methods actually work, then they have multiple success stories, just like I do. Meanwhile, I have over 50 plus Asian lay testimonials for day game alone, and 656 total day game lay testimonials. And yes, they're all real. All fucking real. Why? Because my system actually works in day game. Not just fucking Tinder shit that Asians love, or a stupid night game bullshit. Day game is the hardest type of game. No alcohol. No need for social proof bullshit. standing next to women, the DSLR coaches. No money status advantage, crutches, status maxing. These fake news, platform scamming, dating coaches. They know their game tactics don't actually work in Daygame. So they rely on volume, like mass approaching, alcohol maxing. They tell their students to use alcohol in the bedroom just to wrestle the consent out of her. Or they use status maxing in cheap countries, like Latin countries, to get one lucky student laid that's Asian. And that's why they keep showing the same token Asian laid for years. You see the same testimonials. They redo it again, they post it again, and they just keep doing that because they don't have any more. And even if they have two, that's not even like a pattern. 3 is a pattern. 1 is a luck or coincidence. 2 is chance, and 3 is a pattern. So the only real Daygame system works is mine. And here's the reality. If their Daygame system worked, they'll have multiple Asian Daygame laid testimonials. Not just one token Asian from years ago, right? But I have like over 50 Asian laid testimonials alone in the fucking playlist and 656 laid and po testimonials for Daygame. That's not luck. That's a proven system. That's exactly why I built Elite Bundle 2, the most advanced Daygame training in the world. A step-by-step system that actually works in Western countries with real student results. Not just one token Asian. Showing us some guys like, oh, New York is super hard. I have another Asian with a triple chin. He has more chins than a Chinese phone book. And he got laid with one of those gamer girls that you see on Twitch in New York. Then you have another guy who lost his virginity in New York. This is not just some one-time fluke. So if you're serious about getting laid through Daygame, instead of getting scammed by fake PUAs and their fake news dating coaches of these platform scammers, they're like the far left network. They're like the fake news CNN, like Mystery Method, Ross, fake news, UMP, fake news, getting a bunch of ugly women for their students, like 3 out of 10. ABC's fake news. ABC's are low self-esteem Asians. Click the link in the description and start Elite Bundle 2 today. Stop wasting time. Time is not gonna wait for you. Because if you wait too long, you're gonna turn mental. You start winning, you get more testosterone. Every single time you start losing, you get more cortisol. If you get too much cortisol, you're gonna get a double chin. And when you get a double chin, you're not gonna be able to approach. And then you're gonna quit because of the 4 traits of low self-esteem. You're gonna be more delusional. You're gonna be like half-assing. You're gonna start doing the wrong path, the sociopath, and it blows up in your face in 4 months. And lastly, you're gonna quit, or what they call megged out. Because the longer you wait, the harder Daygame gets. Adapt or get left behind. This is a Mao jacket. It's like a Chinese sort of jacket, the communist jacket. I just changed it to something else. This is the signature Johnny Lee jacket. Why social skills and social calibrations are more important than game, and how the 20 out of 35 system proves it. Are you tired of PUA coaches selling you fake promises and useless tactics? Shocking truth, 90% of what they teach is complete bullshit. And I'm about to review why social skills and social calibrations, emotional control, are the real keys to getting laid for Daygame, not their overpriced game techniques. Get ready for some hard facts that would change everything you thought you knew about Daygame success. Ever notice how these so-called dating coaches never talk about social skills? They talk about game, right? It's like some kind of magical formula that works on any girl. Just memorize these autistic lines, as they say, approach enough volume, have a 3-second rule, and boom, you're getting laid, as they claim. But you see these students, they're failing over and over. Why? Because they have 0 social skills. They have 0 social calibrations and 0 emotional control. So they go out there, they spam approach, and they get rejected like crazy. And then the coach says, oh, just do more reps, right? Just say, can I meet you real quick? And then you sexualize it. And then when you sexualize, with the no expression, you sexualize it. And then afterwards, you use a DHV story. And then you set dates to the house. And you got to touch, right? Because touch. So you get that token Asian laid. Got one token Asian laid, and that's got touch. And then shut up. So basically, the 20 out of 35 is the reality. They are playing a losing game without it. So here's the real math. If you don't have at least 20 out of the 35 points, you're not going to get laid. Simple as that. So when we break it down even further, looks is out of the 10 points. Money is out of 5 points. Status is out of 10 points. Social skills is 2.5 points. Social calibration is 2.5. Emotional control, 2.5 points. Game, 2.5 points. If you can get 20 out of 35, you automatically get laid. It's that simple. As long as you can reach the score, 20 out of 35, give a thumbs up. These PUAs, they focus only on game. And that's just 2.5 points. That's it. Just 2.5 points for game. That's not even close to enough consistency to get laid for Daygame. They may get one token Asian laid, and the whole business is built on that token Asian. They cheat the system. They know that their game tactics won't work in real Daygame. So they rely on a couple of crutches. Number one, they'll be using alcohol maxing. They'll encourage students to escalate harder in the boot camps. You just gotta push her in the bed, and then get on top of her and give her a massage. Afterwards, you just keep escalating and don't take no for an answer. But don't worry, because on the sales call, they'll tell their students, hey, do you want to celebrate after the boot camp with a drink? And then the students just, oh, why not? So they buy alcohol. And it's gotcha, bitch. That's what they think. They don't tell them the truth. They rely on alcohol maxing to make it happen. Then when the student finally pulls her home, then he texts them, hey, why don't you use the alcohol? And the student's like, oh yeah, why not alcohol? There's a bunch of sheeps, a bench holding sheeps. And then they escalate her super hard, but below the level of grape. Some of these PUAs literally instruct their students to drink with the girl in the bedroom so she's more compliant and to deal with her objections. So if your game only works when the girl is buzzed or wasted, you don't have game, you have tactics. The second crazy thing is that they're volume maxing. You have these tall self-proclaimed coaches who believes that, oh, your volume is like ads, so you got to go through a huge volume and one of them will convert. They approach until do 50 approaches a day, bro. 1,000 approaches and you'll get laid. It's about volume, as they say. That's not skills. That's just brute force spam approaching. So imagine someone's trying to sell cars by randomly knocking on doors in the neighborhood, right? Over and over instead of learning how to actually sell. My students can get laid in 1 to 6 approaches because once they get above 20 out of 35, once they practice the drills, they're like, oh, you shouldn't practice drills and calibrate to the... shut up. You can calibrate beforehand. You automatically change. They learn the skills and get laid in 1 to 6 approaches. It doesn't mean automatically, but during that day, their skills are above. They max out everything. So these dating coaches skip the hard part, which is social skills, social calibrations, emotional control, because they're a bunch of Asperger engineers or former engineers before. And they tell their students, just brute force their way to LA, mass approaching her and set dates to the house and blah, 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 blah. And then when the students fails, they blame them. And they say, oh, you just didn't approach enough. They have a third world country status maxing, like ABCs of low self-esteem. Here is their biggest secret. They tell their students that their game system works anywhere. But where are they actually pulling? Latin America? Or maybe sometimes, in rare occasions, Eastern Europe. Not for day game, but night game. Or Southeast Asia. They like Latinas because it's easier. They go to Mexico or Peru. And then if their students get laid for one time within the whole entire inflation, from 2022 to 2024 is in either Peru or in Mexico. Why? Because in those places, your status alone is enough to get you laid. Why? Because in those places, your status alone, by having a high status job, which is an engineer in most cases, poor Latinas did not have. Then you have your third world money status advantage. Then you have your exotic advantage. These are 4 extra points, and they use Tinder like crazy. But if they have that one token Asian, that lucky Asian gets laid, when they parade that one token Asian that got laid in Peru or Mexico, who gives a shit? It's not proof of their system that works. It's just a status gap. It's even worse than the ABC's former coaches. They can't even get people laid from Daygame. Their system sucks. They can get somebody laid. That's it. But not that many. They only have 6 late testimonials, all in night game, and 5 of them are in Latin countries. They're selling you a lie and using third world countries to cover up their failures, because that's where the coaches go to. That's where the results are from. Who knows if they're a club promoter or some other shit when they have a lot of status? Then how is that transferable to you? It's not. So if you actually want repeatable results in Daygame, you can't rely on these fake game tactics. You need to develop social skills, which Asians don't understand, social calibrations, and emotional control. The difference is that my students don't just get one random token Asian laid, like the other dating coaches. Oh, one token Asian laid, so it even works, right? It's a blanket statement. Because of one token Asian, then all of game works. The difference is that my students don't just get one random token Asian laid. They develop real social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control. So they can pull consistently and get laid for Daygame, same day late, despite where they're at. And my students, they can do it in the United States. No, what I'm saying is that maybe you should get laid in the United States first. If you can get laid in the United States, then you can go wherever the fuck you want. Make sense? But get laid in the United States first. Come on now. You don't have to passport bro that shit all the time. Oh, passport bro this, passport bro that. Always passport bros. Always passport. Oh my God, always passport broing the situation. Oh my God. So, as I was saying, it's not just a random token Asian lay. They can develop real social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control, so they can pull consistently. For my students, they don't rely on alcohol maxing or brute forcing or status maxing in third world countries that are shitholes. They actually get results that repeat in any country, even in the hardest markets like the United States. Europe's not that hard. The United States is super easy for my students. I wish I posted all of that. I just didn't have time. I just couldn't fucking do it. As I was saying, that's why I create and built the Elite Bundle 2 to teach you the only real Daygame system that works consistently, even in the hardest markets. My students aren't only getting one lucky lay. They're repeatedly pulling and getting laid, even in Western countries, without alcohol and status maxing or Tinder crutches where you can use AI or some bench-old Indian from India. It swipe for you and give you the phone number afterwards, and then you collect the lay. That's not a lay count. Click the link in the description and start learning from the only Daygame system that actually works.